Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Woo! Wow. Hey, what's up, guys and girls? This is Midori, and I'm back with another episode of Draw Midori. Now, today I am doing Childish Gambino. If you don't know by now, on my page I do music, I do movies, I do gaming. I pretty much draw anything, anything that's really popular and means something to me, and hopefully it will mean something to you. Now, I decided to do this video and this drawing, this piece, based on the iconic pose from Childish Gambino's music video called "This Is America." Now, this video is a very political and social based video. It has a lot of hidden messages and meaning in the video. They even had like, it's something current. Like, if you think of the current social climate with police and the black community, there's a lot of references to that. There's references to the Charleston massacre with the shooter Dylan Roof. There's a lot of, and this pose that I'm going to be doing is based off a infamous pose of the Jim Crow propaganda that was created in the 19th century, with a lot of stereotypes of black people, and it later evolved to describe the segregation laws for separating the races in America. And then also the Jim Crow name evolved again to describe the mass incarceration. Now, this pose, it's like throughout the whole music video he has a lot of gesture based dancing, and it's very exaggerated in the music video. So it's like I said, it's a lot of references to a lot of black dances, and another stereotype of blacks being entertainers, and a lot of aggression, and a lot of the crazy and goofy facial expressions he was making in the movie. And there's so many, not movie, but music video, there was so many like poses to draw from, but I believe this one in particular that I'm doing is going to be the most iconic. I feel like it has the most meaning when it comes to how it relates to today with gun violence. So, and also references back to Jim Crow. Again, onto the drawing. Pretty much, I always start with the skeleton, and then from there I go on. After I filled out the basic shapes, from there I go on to the basic outlining. After the outline, I erase all the pencil marks, and then that's when I start to go over with the first pass of with the Copic markers. But right now, I'm still doing the basic outline of the drawing using my Copic multiliners. Yep. So the funny thing about this drawing is that I decided to do like since he's playing Solo, the Han Solo movie is coming out soon at the end of this month, and I since he's playing Lando from Star Wars, I decided to sort of somewhat combine the two a little bit. So he sort of have a pouch for his gun, and I decided to just put like sort of like a Lando-ish cape on his back. Even though he's not necessarily have a cape on in the music video, I decided to add that to the drawing just to be a little bit more original, because I know there's going to be other people on YouTube most likely would be doing the same drawing. So I always like to be a little bit original in my drawings and my approach to YouTubing and vlogging. So my drawing videos is not always 100% just drawing. It's sort of like, I don't want to call it news because I don't necessarily, you know, do news coverage, but I just, whatever I find interesting and that might relate to, you know, gaming, music, and movies, I tend to draw that. You know, I do a lot of nostalgia based drawings too. You know, I have plans to do the SWAT cats, and you know, I'm a big kid at heart, and I have a lot of memories of Saturday morning cartoons. So I have a lot of plans to do a lot of things from the 90s and the late 80s in terms of animation based and cartoon based. And this is just another episode where I'm covering music. And sometimes throughout the week, I'm, you know, in the coming months, I'm going to pretty much rotate between the two or between the three, you know. So if you're new to the channel, it's, you know, I don't only just do music, I also do gaming and animation and movies. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so now back to the drawing. Right now I'm just doing the second pass of the, nope, actually I'm doing the third pass. I finished, because usually what I do is always use, you know, depending on the drawing, I either use 2 colors, 3 colors, or 4, but on average it's usually 3. So there's the base layer color or value, which is going to be the lightest, you know, that's like the base skin tone, and then there's the second layer, which is just going to be the basic shadows, and then from there the third layer is going to be the deep dark shadows. Not necessarily 100% black, but it's going to be a deep shadow of whatever skin tone it is. As you can see. Now the funny thing I found out about well, the challenge of this video was well, this drawing is trying to capture, because I feel like him having his shirt on or his shirt off is also like a symbolism in itself, you know, like it's sort of, I can't put my finger on, you know, because I know it's not just by accident he has his shirt off. I feel like there's a reason why his shirt is off. You know, maybe it goes back to aggression. I don't know. You know, that I can't really figure out just yet. I just seen the video and I'm still trying to dissect it, you know, right now. And but I know it could just be his choice, but I know it has to be a meaning why he doesn't have his shirt on. You know, like he's in somewhat, you know, he's in pretty good, decent shape, but you know, in terms of when I was drawing him, like, yeah, he does have a lot of he's not like super skinny, he has a lot of body fat, so I wanted to also capture that. He's like a muscular chubby, so he doesn't have shredded six-pack abs, but you know, there's somewhat of a definition there, so I kind of wanted to capture that in the drawing. Also, this pose kind of reminded me of, I don't know why, but like a Michael Jackson pose. Something about it just, if his head was a little bit higher, like where his crotch is, it would definitely be like a Michael Jackson pose. That's what it reminds me of. It's like almost like a classic pose of Michael Jackson from the 80s. Here I'm just adding my signature effect that I like doing after the piece is pretty much almost done. I also like to, you know, somehow like try to convey movement in the drawing, just following the contour of his body and just going from there with the shadowing and the shading. And here I'm just adding the base color for, you know, his Lando cape. Guys, and if you haven't already, you know, just remember to subscribe to my channel. I'm pretty much a new YouTuber, if you haven't noticed by now, um, I'm still getting the hang of, uploading regularly, just about 1 to 2 times a week. I try to do it. I also have a Instagram, so you can, follow me there. I also do regular uploads. Usually my art pieces, they go up on Instagram first, like a day before, and then from there, that's when I usually make a video. And just back on the drawing, I'm just now going over with a Japanese brush to do the darkest blacks, to really try to make the drawing pop out, not a little bit more than using the base darkest color for his skin and other parts of his body. So this black is the darkest value that's going to be in the drawing, and I usually save that for the end of the drawing. Well, this is pretty much it, guys and girls. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. You can give this video a thumbs up or thumbs down. We'll be doing more. Check you guys later.